It all changes when your want becomes a need. Do you just want to have more energy? Do you want to feel fitter? Do you want to be healthier? Do you want to have more confidence? Do you want to have more energy? Do you want your clothes to feel better? Do you want to just be content and happy? Or do you need all those things? Do you need any of those things? If you only want those things, psychologically it gives you kind of a back door, because yes, you want it, but you can't necessarily have it. Whereas if you reframe it as in you need those things, there's suddenly a lot more urgency. It's like wanting to get things done before you go on a holiday. Say, okay, maybe holidays is a sensitive subject right now because we're not going anywhere. But if you think about wanting to get jobs done or wanting to pack, it's just not something you would say, is it? Because there's a hard deadline. You're getting on the plane in X days' time. You don't want to do those things before you go. You actually need to do those things. And how much more do you suddenly get done when you need to do something? And if you refer, or if you relate that then to what you need to do in your own fitness, health and happiness, how much different are things going to be, because you actually start doing more of the things that you've been talking about doing. You start doing more of the things that you have been putting off. Like that last 24 hours before you jump on the plane, or before you get in the car or get on the train or whatever for your holiday, how productive are you in those last 24 hours? Because you need to get all these things done. There's urgency, there's a deadline, there's a countdown, okay? Compared to if you just want to get these things done, it's quite ethereal, it's quite vague, okay? It comes down to having kind of specificity and a specific deadline versus just having a want, just having a desire, just having a bit of a dream. And as the saying goes, if you just set a goal and you don't have a plan, it just becomes a dream. If you have a plan and you set a goal, then it becomes a plan of action. And then when you have a deadline as well, then it's much, much more likely that you're going to attain the goal that you set out with. And if you layer onto that accountability and being answerable to someone else other than yourself, then you raise the stakes and raise the probability even more of you actually doing that thing. So in your fitness, health and happiness, how much of what you're saying you are wanting to improve is all wants, and how much of it are you treating as things that you need to do? Because when you switch to thinking about the things you need to do, you're going to do them far quicker. There's going to be much more probability of you starting, of you sustaining, and for you seeing it through than if it is just a want right now. So very subtle, but if you think about it as switching just one thing from one thing you want to one thing you actually need to do, just witness, just be aware of how much more willing you are to put the work in, to start, to make that call, to apply for that program, to stick your hand up and say that you need help. All right? So is it a want or is it a need? Another way of seeing it is it something that you want to do, or is it something that you have to do? Because if you have to do it, then you're going to do whatever it takes to make it happen because you need to do it. There's this urgency, there's this leverage, okay? Maybe make it not about yourself. Make it about someone else. We're all wired to want to help other people. So if you need that extra kick up the bum, then maybe make it about someone else, so that you can't just talk yourself out of it, because you feel that you're answerable, and you're not only going to be letting yourself down, but you're going to be letting other people down. So where in your life are there too many wants, which could be replaced by needs?